Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another Paw Your Way into Our Hearts layout for today. I'm also following along with Follow a Sketch February, and today I am using this sketch by Valine Salmon, who I absolutely love this sketch. I just love its simplicity. I love everything about it. I am going to be flipping it though, so that way it works better for all of my ingredients that I have picked out. So here is the sketch for today. And like I said, I will be flipping it so that way I can have my two puppy photos and then everything else. Now, the reason why I'm flipping it is because of the layout, the base page that I have created at a retreat. I used some stamps and some inks and things like that from Janet, and just made an awesome background. And so I felt like it looked better with the sketch flipped as opposed to my paper being flipped. So I'm just sharing with you guys some fussy cut out flowers that I had. I believe some of them are from my travel collection. Others were from the, what's it called? I think it was P13 or Minte piece that I had, the life story or life documented, one of the two that I had done. I've got a couple pieces from the Nature Study collection. I have this pre-made title piece that I did during a cluster class that we had last year. My chipboard piece is left over from a previous layout. I have two puppy photos. And then these foam stickers from What's Cooking, Simple Stories. I thought about the word home, but then I saw this word close knit. And so maybe I can get both of them to work, but I'm not really sure. Also from Simple Stories, I have these essential papers here that I have picked out to go along with my base page and all of my elements, because we are just hanging out at home. It's me and my puppy, and everywhere that I go, he is right at my heels, you guys. I step 3 feet and stop for a minute. He steps 3 feet and lays down for a minute. And then as soon as I walk away, he stands up and walks right with me. It is a fascinating sight. I personally think, but it's adorable that he is just always there with me. The only time that he is not with me is when we have a house full of people, well, my kids mostly. And then he, of course, has FOMO and misses out what the kids are doing. So he wants to go hang out with them. All right. I don't know why. I'm not paused, I promise. I'm just really staring at this polka dot paper for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm showing you guys both sides. But the side that I started with is the side that I picked out for this layout. Here is the piece that I created for this particular layout, and I'm going to have it this way. So my photos are going to go over here on the right, and then everything else over on the left. I did flip it and turn it and seen if it was going to work any other way, and it really doesn't. So now I just need to decide which pieces do I want for what area of the layout. So I'm going to have one giant mat go from top to bottom, about 6 inches wide. And I'm just trying to decide which one. And I think I'm going to go with the darker gray. And then this brown piece with the numbers on the side, I'm going to use as my scallop border. And I'm going to actually use a notebook punch instead of a scallop border. I just don't feel like the papers or the embellishments give off that scallop border mood and feel. So my personal opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then this piece here was just plain enough to work really well as the two pieces above and below the title spot, but also as my photo mats. So I'm going to get that to work. And then this polka dot piece is going to be the polka dot piece in the sketch that represents where the title is going to go. So I'm going to build my title off of that, and then I'm going to end up with a subtitle, to be honest, because she has a small little bit, I don't know what it says. I think it says text for journaling, and instead of journaling, I'm just going to have a subtitle because of the fact that I really don't need to say very much about how, Roscoe's my little buddy. That's just it. He, everywhere I go, I stand at the kitchen sink to watch my kids get on the bus and bam, he's right there. If I step back, I'm going to step on him. If I'm standing there in the kitchen watching or having a conversation and a cup of coffee with my husband, he's right there on my feet, literally laying on my feet. I go to use the bathroom and I open the door and he's right there laying down on the other side of the bathroom door. I go upstairs to do laundry and he's practically laying on the laundry in order for me to, notice that he is there. So it's just super fun having him around and enjoying his company everywhere I go. I don't see it as anything else but good friendship, really. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and distress after I punch out my border punch. I'm going to go ahead and distress it and make it look really torn out of its page. And then I'm going to cover it up a little bit with this 6 by 12 piece of paper. I also cut my photo mats down to 6 inches as well, but I'm going to distress them so you'll see a little bit of a dark border on both sides, just as a little oomph type of deal. I'm going to tuck under my other 6-inch piece about 1 inch, and then I'm just making sure that I have it centered. Now, when it comes to this background paper, you're not going to see a whole lot of it. I do end up covering up most of it, but I do enjoy seeing all of it. I just enjoy seeing it, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know, you guys. I really didn't do a lot of work to this. It just looks like a lot of work. And I enjoy how it plays a part in this layout, even though they're holly leaves and it's more of a Christmassy layout rather than it's just a sit-at-home puppy layout, in all honesty. So I'm trying to line up my papers and see how well well, it's like a grid, it's like a ledger paper, but it blends in really well with the paper that I used to finish off my title piece and goes into my photos. And I just really like how that looks using the same papers for my layout or for my photos. I did cut my photos down quite a bit, so I had a good sized border. And I am scruffing everything up because my puppy is fuzzy. He's not too super hairy and fuzzy, but he is fuzzy. And so I'm wanting that representation by making all my papers fuzzy and scruffy. So I just wanted that mood and feel. I did end up trimming down my photos a little bit more than I usually do, just so I can get that good border piece going. And then that is going to be the word today is going to be my title. And then I'm going to try to cover up that blue flower with my tree ring. And then to represent another circle, I'm going to bring in the viewfinder. So I'm going to create a cluster up on the upper right, just like what's in the sketch if I was to have flipped it. And these larger flowers make that absolutely perfect. Now I want to bring in this film strip. I just don't know exactly what to do with it yet. And at first I was going to have it go above and below my photo. And then I decided, no, I think I want to make it look like it goes all the way behind my photo. So I'm going to tuck one in on the right of my photos and the other one on the left, just so that way it looks like one giant film strip behind all my photos. And I really like that effect as well because it brings in a little bit more of this brownie gold that I'm bringing in. I'm going to add that little tag up there. I forget to put twine in it, but before I put it away in a layout, it does get twine. It just doesn't get it for the video or the close-ups. But rest assured, it does get some twine. So I'm going to go ahead and put this title. Again, this title was created during my cluster class that we had last year. I say we because Janet Fritz and I created the class together. And we created these tree rings, and then we turned around. So I taught you guys how to make the tree rings, and then I turned around and taught you guys how to use them in a cluster. And so I made a whole bunch of different ways to bring it in. It could be used for the everyday. It could be used for the holiday. It could be used for outdoor. I mean, just anything a tree ring can be used for is, well, in my opinion, for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and add my little flowers up there. And because I was thinking that they were on the too big side, I decided to put the close knit up in the top. and it really tones down that bigger, larger element, and I just really do like that little cluster up there. Like I said, I will add some twine up there in my tag. The other tag you don't really see. It's more of like where I'm going to journal. So it's a little bit of the smaller journaling piece and almost representing those 4 little lines that where it looked like somebody was going to journal. So I really do like how this layout came together and how super quick and simple it came together. Now, did I need to use this stamped background for this layout? Not really, but I feel like it added to it and brought in all those colors. The greenery look, matched and everything. And I just really feel like it was the foundation for where all the colors came from in this layout. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out everyone else that is playing along with the Paw Hop, as well as all the links down below for Follow a Sketch February. I've got all those going on as well. So again, thank you, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.